Is it possible to become a faithful Christian without ever vowing anything? Is it possible to marry someone without ever promising something? Why do some couples keep dating and never marry? Does their relationship provide the same level of intimacy and love available in a committed, lifelong, and monogamous marriage? Some may hesitate to make commitments in their relationship with Jesus, but by not making commitments and advancing to the married stage, they will never enjoy the full privileges granted to those who leave all behind to marry the bridegroom for life in a no-turning-back decision. Jacob instinctively understood the importance of making commitments and taking vows when he met Jesus. After making a big mistake, he was alone, heavy-loaded with guilt and fear. His loving father would no longer be able to provide him with maintenance and protection, and he would not even dare to ask something from the God of his father. But in that dark moment, a supernatural being appeared to Jacob in a vivid dream. It was like that being was saying, "Hey Jacob, I am the God of your father and grandfather. Would you allow me to be your God also? I am powerful enough to change your destiny." Then, surprisingly, that being promised him possessions, posterity, growth and success, a lifelong mission, protection and restoration. Conscious that he didn't deserve any of those things, he burst into expressions of allegiance, vowing, "If God will be with me and keep me in this way and give me bread and clothing so that I may come back to my father's house in one piece, then the Lord shall be my God, and all of that you give me, I will surely give a tenth to you." What happens if someone never vows or proposes anything after receiving the Spirit's invitations? By not vowing or committing, many who waver between duty and inclination will ultimately lean toward unfaithfulness and leave God's ways. Some fundamental commitments for a successful Christian life include being baptized, regularly worshiping in person in the church while allowed to do it, daily personal and family devotional time, keeping the Sabbath, chastity until marriage, and lifelong faithfulness to the spouse. Observance of God's dietary instructions and appropriate entertainment. When it comes to giving back to God in tithes, regular offerings and gifts to the poor, we should never expect it to be spontaneous. If not vowed or purposed in the heart, our giving will undoubtedly be guided by our selfish nature, becoming inconsistent or spasmodic. As Jacob understood, our giving frequency should be established by God's previous giving, not by our inclination, emotions, a call, a good project, or even a need. Vows made before God are testimonies that we want our original selfish heart to be replaced by a new one, willing to obey and act while driven by principle according to His will. They are like doors we open for the Holy Spirit to work in us, both to will and do for His good pleasure. As we decide to embark on a committed relationship with Jesus, let us put our desires last and God first.